So today, we're all about a wonderfully efficient hybrid crossover from Lexus. This is the Lexus UX 300h hybrid crossover. It is wonderfully efficient and drives great. So let's dig into this bad boy and talk about what I really like about it. So hello and welcome back to techgooch, and today we're in the 2025 Lexus UX 300h. Now this is a hybrid crossover vehicle, like I said. It is wonderfully sized in all reality and really well laid out. Now it's kind of like a premium version of what you would expect if you took a Toyota Prius and just made it more premium. It's kind of what you're getting in this specific scenario. Now the layout and the size and the room and everything is similar to many, I think, crossovers in this size range. But that said, we're going to go through all the features and talk about it, go through the efficiency, kind of go through everything from head to tail, right? So let's jump out, let's do our walk around like we normally do, and then come into the interior. Okay, so let's do our quick walk around on the vehicle. Now the outside is actually really attractive. It's in this copper crest, was what they call, that's what they call the color. It almost has kind of an orangish pinkish hue to it. It's really neat. It's really different. And I think that's what really makes it stand out and why it looks as good as it does, at least in the color range. The angles and everything remind me a lot of a Subaru Crosstrek, but a little more angular, in my opinion, a little better looking. But that is the outside of the vehicle here. Nothing too crazy to talk about other than, to be honest, it's a very attractive vehicle. So let's jump on the inside. All right, let's jump on in. All right, with the sun glare and everything, hopefully it's not too bad, but we have our door controls if you want to see what those look like with the mirror and everything. Our standard knee area down here where we actually have our gas cap, gas door, I should say, not cap. And then steering wheel and driver information cluster, or I should say the instrument display. I think it's a 12.3-inch display back here. It is customizable where we can actually create different pages and do whatever we want. So there's page 2 that I've been using. The steering wheel is what you would come to love or I guess expect from Lexus. We have our standard controls over here, volume, everything, control of the cluster, and then we have our cruise controls and driver controls, I guess, here on the right hand side. We do have the capability of the stick up here where we can change sport mode, or I should say drive modes, and of course that's going to indicate on here, and then there's a button to go back to normal mode. Trash control is on a similar dial just to the left side, so you do have the two kind of handlebars almost that are up on top. In the center, we do have our information display, also a 12.3-inch. This is going to be a little bit different than some of the the NX series or some of the other series from Lexus. What's missing here is we do have a fully digital design. We're not using any track pads or anything down here. We're just using the actual display. However, we don't have the larger, the thicker display with the actual climate controls on the display. We have a separate climate control system below. So it is a nice integration. I do prefer the larger display myself. I do like the way that the climate controls and everything integrate into the one display. But this is not a bad option. It kind of reminds me of what you get in most of the Toyotas anymore, but you do have the full Lexus experience in here. So it is a solid display. It's a wonderful layout, but something that I did notice. But the big news is, yeah, obviously no trackpad. No, that needs to go away anyway completely, and at least there's not very many vehicles I don't think that have it anymore, if any now. But of course I don't get to try them all every year. That said, like I said, climate controls. We do have a wireless charger down here where my phone is right now. It does work with MagSafe and a MagSafe case. Do a cup holders, our drive stick. We do have automatic seat heating and cooling. So I have mine on auto right now, but of course you can choose your desired level should you want to, of course, as well as heated steering wheel. We can change EV modes. So if this is a hybrid, but if we are driving slowly, kind of like through a neighborhood, that 20 mile an hour or slower or something like that, we can actually click on this and it'll just be in an EV mode. And it does work pretty good, but as soon as you go too fast or try to push the pedal down, it needs the power. It's going to kick in with the full engine. So just so you're aware. Let's go through the armrest. You know, nothing too crazy, but you know, there's my sunglasses, USB, and that's going to be the control for the, if you want to use an actual USB a connection to the entertainment center. I am using wireless CarPlay, so this does have wireless CarPlay, and then we do have our 12 volt down here as well. 2 USB-C, I didn't mention that when I was talking about the cell phone charger down here, but 2 USB-C ports, and then our glove box. Actually a nice glove box with a secondary shelf there, so it kind of gets things out of the way a little more organized. But all in all, interior in this, specifically this brown leather color, lovely, lovely interior. It does have a sunroof, just a manual shade, and then the actual sunroof itself. But yeah, overall, pretty solid interior so far. Let's go to the back seat. All right, let's jump in the back seat. Now, as you can see, like any of these smaller vehicles, I have the seat back quite a ways for my comfortability. I'm going to leave it there as I get in here, but just so you know, that's why there's not a whole lot of leg room. That said, even at 5'11", with the seat fully back where I'm really comfortable driving, I still have enough room to get back here. But if I was driving a long trip, I would move my seat forward a little bit, which is not uncomfortable. I just wouldn't get the stretch out like I normally do. But I did want to keep it at least where I normally have it. So there's that. We do have down here 2 USB-C ports for charging. Obviously air coming in, light, and in the center, 2 cup holders right there with the armrest, as you would normally come to expect again. So that's the back seat. For headroom, in all reality, plenty of headspace. The key thing is legroom, and that's come to be expected whenever you're talking about a little bit smaller car like this. But yeah, that's that. Let's jump to the cargo area. All right, nice little flappy guy here. I've actually already gone shopping in this vehicle, so there is I would say a decent amount of cargo. I'm not going to say a lot. And we are going to do a test with luggage to see how many carry-on luggage we can get in here, because this is one of those that it's going to be tighter. We do have a lower shelf here where we can get some stuff, but it's not a lot. But yeah, for cargo, at least for storage for suitcases and stuff like that, we are going to take a peek at that here shortly. Okay, well, let's check on the capacity in terms of carry-on luggage. I'm going to move the ice scraper just to get that out of the way. The key thing that I want to know is, with it sticking like this, will it actually be in the way? That said, 2, 3, and potentially 4, but we will see here in a second if it actually closes. It does not. So, because of this, how shaped this is, I'm going to pull one of these out. I'm going to put these toward the middle. You can have stuff on both sides. So definitely 3 carry-ons. The 4th carry-on you'd have to probably stack in here a little bit differently. Take a peek under the hood. And there is our hybrid powertrain. I believe it's a 2-liter, and it's fills the cavity pretty good. Does have a heads-up display there, as you can see as well. It's always hard to see that in the daylight, but you can see the heads-up display that we're seeing there. So that is the 2025 Lexus UX 300H. Now this has the premium all-wheel drive package on it, so it is all-wheel drive. Like I said, 2-liter hybrid engine. I believe it's 196 horsepower combined horsepower between within the hybrid powertrain. It does have a CVT transmission. It's, to be honest, for what it is, I mean, exactly what you're looking for, in my opinion, for this type of efficient crossover type vehicle. Do I wish it had a little bit more cargo space? Yeah, and that's typical of whenever you get into this size of vehicle, but at the same time, for what it is, it's not bad. I do wish that the back seat probably had an extra inch or 2 of legroom. Would would be nice, but then again, I'm also fully propped out here in the front, so easily could add an inch myself without really doing anything to myself. So that, like I said, is the 2025 Lexus UX 300H. Let me know what you think of the vehicle if you've driven one of these, but if you're looking for a lovely, nice, very efficient, I might add, crossover like this specific vehicle is, this is pretty nice. And of course comes in a nice poppy color like this one. So thank you for watching to the end of this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, if you're interested in this vehicle, check it out at Lexus's website, but head over to your local Lexus dealer. That way you can actually see it, and you can obviously see the color in person, or different colors that they have to option and offer. So thanks for watching to the end. Catch you back here again for another future video review. See you again soon.